In the 90s, social media wasn't at its full potential and the internet wasn't the most popular thing. This was the time many people engaged and went out together more. I hear stories from my parent or other people about how they would go out and do things together, play with their friends and go out on adventures. I feel like kids back then were more sociable and had more creativity. After hearing these stories and watching movies based on the 90s or from that time, I start to compare how they are now in the current day. I see a problem with our future generations. Before, I would think that kids would go out and play and talk to one another, but now most of them are just at home playing video games or on a social platform. About 66% or more of young kids and teens spend 4 or more hours on their phone, and the 50% say they feel anxious without it. Is this ruining kids' childhood experience? The internet is also dangerous. With unlimited access, kids are free to explore whatever they want. Kids are picking up bad influence from what they see. Some of them are even stupid enough to try dangerous trends and sometimes leading to death. Using platforms like TikTok or YouTube or anything else have their bad side effects. I've been told by plenty of people that when they watch TikTok in the bathroom, they end up sitting on the toilet for half an hour. This also has issues with being unproductive too. People end up becoming lazy or they get distracted. Maybe we should reconsider how often we let our children have social media. When we use it at night, we often forget or get distracted and we stay up scrolling away mindlessly until we get tired. Did you know that we release dopamine when we do things on our phones? Any kind of social media activity, whether it being a notification or mention, or from TikTok and videos, the brain receives a rush of dopamine, sending it to our reward pathways, causing us to feel pleasure. This is one of the reasons why we always have that tempting urge to check our phones and to return back to whatever we are doing on our phones. This makes us crave it more and more because it makes us normalize this dopamine. Future generations like Gen Alpha are going to adjust and get too comfortable with this lifestyle. If this continues, they might be fully dependent on it. The marketing tactics behind our favorite social platforms also keeps them more active. They have the habit of checking their phones 24/7 and expecting notifications all the time. If this continues, addiction to social media will continue to get worse. Gen Alpha is the main worry out of us all, because they're born into a world where a phone is handed to them just like that, with access to everything. This can expose them to bad influential things and social media. They will probably be more in depth with social media than we are because they've been using it all their lives. It's become easy for children to get onto technology and teach them things, and it creates brain rot activity and saying giant, and they engage more in digital stuff if they have the option. People should take this as a reminder that we should think about giving ourselves the time away from technology and truly enjoy our lives and be productive. And we should make sure Gen Alpha isn't lost in this society with social media and saying things like skibidi toilet.